Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to take it to the whole Kobe Bryant style as I wrap up this final base assault in XCOM, War of the Chosen. And I immediately regret that intro. Taking it to the whole Kobe Bryant style coupled with the word assault, yeah, probably not the best turn of phrase. A few potentially negative connotations with that one, Pete. Yep, I should have probably thought that one through a little bit more. You're not wrong. But it's too late now. No chance to unring that bell. It got in under the buzzer, so that one's going to stay on the scoreboard. Sorry, Kobe. Also, it is kind of shamefully appropriate given what we're about to do to this alien base. I mean, like it or not, Ethereals, this is happening. Does it put me, Perfidious Pete, on the same level as, say, a Kobe Bryant? Well, yeah, kind of probably. I mean, I'm not fully comfortable with it, but, and even though I'd like to think that maybe it doesn't put me on the same level as Kobe, maybe I'm a little better than that. You know what? I don't think it does. I'd like to think that it doesn't, but just because the aliens started this, and they did start it, but it's not an acceptable defense. Saying, oh, well, the aliens came down to Earth and, you know, started kidnapping people and processing them into Soylent Green and et cetera, nefarious purposes, huge, hideous, extraterrestrial conspiracy. Let's face it, all of those things may be true, but they're in no more valid defense for the fact that I'm about to violently force my will upon another human being than me claiming that the aliens started it. The aliens started it, that's about as valid of defense as Kobe's, hey, if this wasn't consensual, then why was she in my hotel room defense? It just doesn't hold up, Kobe. You know what it does? It makes both of us scumbags. That's what it does. And that short silence there was the sound of all my enthusiasm for the rest of this mission draining from me. Oh, well, omelets, eggs. You guys didn't want to get blown up by XCOM. I guess you shouldn't have worn a skirt. Let's get back to work here. Casual advance. We're storming up on this pod of Archons. We're going to take them out, but we want to take it a little bit slow on the way in. Just so we can maximize, and really mostly what we're looking to do is just eradicate them as efficiently and quickly as possible. And now I've got like kind of a Hitler vibe. Man, I'm a terrible person today. Be like, oh, what we're trying to do is exterminate those undesirables in the most swift and humane possible. I'm a bad person. We could have Morgan Freeman just straight up storm in here and start chopping at these dudes. What are the potential drawbacks of having him storm in and start chopping at dudes? The main drawback is there could potentially be another pod back there. But this is a great time for us to, let's just try and determine if there is in fact another pod back there. We'll send in our girl, Brittany Hit Me Spears, forward scout extraordinaire. She can just look and see what the backdrop of this room looks like. Yeah, so sending in the Morgan Freeman plan would have been a terrifically bad idea. Although, these guys are really clustered up. This would be a terrifically fantastic opportunity for us to drop a shrapnel bomb on them. Alright, so Morgan Freeman, if you do run up here, does it trigger a pod? Like, can you see them from this? I don't think those guys will be able to see you. I really don't. I think we might be able to get away with this. What's our follow-up move, though, I guess is the more important question. Once Morgan Freeman goes in, slashes one, gets the reaction, do we have the soup to finish that pod off? And I think the answer actually is, yeah, we definitely have the soup for it. Except Morgan Freeman can't see them any longer because we moved Brittany Hit Me Spears, which means Morgan Freeman can no longer take an action at the end of that. Or rather that we can't target them for a slash. He has to be able to see them to slash them. Or rather, somebody has to be able to see them. Do we have anybody who still has their concealment working? Nope. What if we scanning protocol them? Would that help? Do we want a scanning protocol? Kind of no. You know what? Let's just have Kim Kardashian go pop them and draw them in. Now that I think about it, this is not the worst possible outcome. If nothing else, it brings them closer to us and gets them further away from the pod we're worried about potentially activating. I would have liked for them to stay together because we could have gotten a slash on one and then gotten reaction fire on both of them. But, yeah, you know, can't win them all. Have Tay-Tay run up. Taylor? This shot is definitely not going to miss. Actually, Taylor Swift only has an 85% chance to hit that, man. Oh, Taylor Swift is not wielding the katana. Taylor Swift has our Arashi. Right, okay, well, let's have... Who's wielding the katana? Is it Yuri? Yes, Pete, Yuri have katana. He is badass samurai sword-wielding lunatic. Yuri is man with the plan. Also, he is man with the big sword.
Here I come.
Let's take this one a little easier. We got 2 targets. 94% chance at you. 86% chance at you. Let's light you up. And I think the combo plate of Morgan Freeman, Taylor Swift is going to be more than enough to finish that man off. We've got the combo plate. Let's take advantage of the combo plate. Taylor Swift, we're sending you in. Go cut this man to ribbons. Taylor Swift would need a critical to get the kill here. We're not too worried about it. Got him set ablaze. He's very injured. Taylor is not going to get implacable or untouchable or any of those delightful abilities to trigger. And honestly, we don't really have to care about that. Commander's Avatar, we're going to bring you over here. Yuri, I think we just have you bum rush this man. If there is a thing or two Yuri knows, he's about giving bums rush. Yuri comes in. There's the bums rush we've been looking for. Wait a minute. What does Yuri know about giving bums rush, Pete? Are you saying Yuri is bum? Is this what you are saying? Because honestly, Pete, Yuri is not okay with it. Yuri is not bum. Yuri is rogue badass. He's unstoppable madman. He's one of XCOM's best and brightest, Pete. I don't really like you calling me, I don't really like being called a bum. Do we go for the null lance here? I think we go for the null lance just because it's guaranteed damage, whereas we had a 10% chance to miss with that gun. We're not in a position to be taking chances here. We have nobody at all in cover. That's fine. Morgan Freeman, come finish this man off. Well, Pete, I do only have an 85% chance to hit with that sword swing, but... Did you see that one, Pete? Morgan Freeman, once again, delivering the goods. Morgan Freeman always delivers the goods, which is why Morgan Freeman commands such a high price in Hollywood. If these robots could do me a huge favor, though, and just stay in one giant patrolling blob so that I can hit all of them with the same shrapnel mine, that would be fantastic. I really would like Britney Spears to shrapnel. No, let's not do that, though. I mean, good idea, but no. We got to get ahead of these guys. Let's go... What if we get up top? You know what? Like, if we get up here... Nah, it's too risky. We're going to go around over here.
I can get there.
Of course you can get there, Britney Spears. Getting there is what you do. Not only can you get there, Britney Spears, but you can get the rest of the team there, too. Well, I'll get you there. I'm Britney Spears. She's been getting people there since the late 90s. Mostly teenage boys, but, you know, some adults with not necessarily healthy age-appropriate habits. She's been getting them there, too.
On the move.
Sylvester, you probably don't need a reload. We're going to set up for some Overwatch just in case the opportunity arises. I don't expect us to I don't expect they're really going to patrol into an Overwatchable area, but there's no reason to not. We're in no hurry. Not on a time limit. This is our final mission, so willpower damage is completely and totally irrelevant. There's no reason to not take as much time as possible on this one.
Come get some.
Kim Kardashian's gone ever vigilant. If you guys could just walk around this corner very slowly. Alright, but you're going to need to stop about now would be good. Perfectly done, gentlemen. Thank you for your cooperation. I appreciate the fact that you have made this easy on us. So, let's go ahead and start things. I was really hopeful that there was something we could remote start, because it was going to be great if she could just vaporize this pod. But rather than vaporize it, we're just going to be able to hurt it really, really, really badly. So we'll go ahead and set that off then. It's not a huge amount of total damage, but the aggregate, or it is actually a huge amount of total damage. It's not a huge amount of individual damage, but the aggregate damage is fantastic. And now we've got all these guys staring down the barrel of our girl, but it's not gonna matter. The damage is done. What are we gonna do? We're gonna send in Reap and Yuri Novak here, and Reap and Yuri Novak is gonna murder every last one of them. How much health do you have? Actually, does the Reaper... I mean, it does kill you. 12 to 13. 2, 4... I really miss numeric health totals. It may not kill you. Some of those guys may need a little bit of stool softener to ease the mass through. What can we do to hurt all of them just a little bit? Oh, you know what? Do we have capacitor discharge? I guess we never bothered to learn it.
Sure thing.
The things you never learned that you never thought you would need. Turns out. No. No. There we go. Fire that weapon, Kim Kardashian. Soften that man up. He's definitely gonna die now. Taylor Swift, you can probably... This isn't gonna be a softening up. You're just gonna kill this guy. He'll just probably die. As long as you don't miss. Never mind, you just came in and softened him up a little. Taylor Swift with a little bit of Taylor Swift tenderizer right there. It's good, though. It's on Taylor's recipe list. Taylor Swift tenderizer available in fine supermarkets wherever steak sauces are sold. The rest of these robots are getting reaped. Yuri? Yes, I have become Death Destroyer of Worlds, Pete. And I know you are using me simply because I have Katana, which has 100% hit chance, so there's no chance whatsoever that any of these particular killing blows miss. Get gutted like fish.
Target eliminated.
I come over here, I gut you like sheep. Yes, Pete, I like the Teen Girl Squad. Yuri have stolen the gut you like sheep thing from Mr. Lee 1. And you know what? I am not ashamed of it. This man, I got him like sheep. I say man, but what I mean is robot. He's actually, there are no men here. This is exclusively Robot Armada. And now he's exclusively Pile of Scraps. Thanks to combined might of Brittany Hit Me Spears and one amazing abdomen-packed Yuri Novak. Damage is done. Day is saved. Everybody wins, Pete. Everybody wins.
I can handle that.
I'm like the Charlie Sheen of XCOM. I am winning. Is Charlie Sheen still relevant? Is it okay to make a Charlie Sheen reference with regard to winning? Or did he just quietly fade off the face of the world?
Affirmative. Covering now.
Or did all of us just realize, man, we should stop paying attention to Charlie Sheen because he's a really bad role model for everybody, actually. Let's go ahead and shadow back up.
I am the hunter.
I am a little disappointed that that maneuver we just pulled off did cost us our concealment, but all things considered, it was only a matter of time before that concealment was going away anyway. We'll shadow to bring it back while we fight our way to the final room. 2 more Archons. There's definitely more to this area than those 2 Archons. We're gonna have Brittany go find whatever else is over here. It's not gonna be this easy. That's what we know. It can't be this easy. In the meantime, the rest of the team's gonna take a somewhat more sedate pace toward the upcoming battle here, because we want to get everybody in a pile. Commander's Avatar. Normally, the Commander's Avatar features pretty heavily in these kind of engagements. You tend to try and get the Commander's Avatar in the mix as quickly as possible, but in this one, we haven't really needed it.
What is that? Some kind of human enclosure?
There were always reports of missing civilians years before the first invasion.
I have a question for you two. You know for a fact we have documented evidence and proof that Advent has been kidnapping and abducting humans for a long time. For, I'd like to point out, way more nefarious purposes than just putting them in a modestly furnished apartment complex. Why is it that you guys are upset about that?
Go, go, go!
You're like, are they keeping humans in They're not just keeping humans in captivity. They're like boiling them down into their vital juices and drinking them. They're turning them into advanced soldiers. Why do you care if they also took a couple and put them in like a little zoo apartment kind of thing? What the hell difference does that make? Why do you give a shit at all? You should be like, oh, these are the lucky ones. They're the ones who got to go live in the friend's house. I wonder if the aliens forced them to pretend like this was a sitcom. Do you think the aliens were like, ooh, I hope Chandler and Monica get together?
Got it covered.
I don't know what you're shooting at, Yuri, but I appreciate the effort. Looks like there's a berserker over there. 2 berserkers. So hey, free shots. There is still this pod of Archons over there, but if we could get... I actually think we might be able to get some more shots here without activating those 2. So we can just Overwatch. We leave Brittany hit me spears right where she's at. Like, we could set up a pretty devious ambush for... I don't really think we need to... Well, in addition to devious ambushes, what we could do is also... this, but we're going to need to get Brittany spears out of dodge first. Hey, Brittany, you want to come over here and keep an eye on these Archons?
I am on the move.
That's good. And then Commander's avatar, I mean, I guess we just have you bring the house down. We don't know specifically where that other... We don't know exactly where that other guy is, but I'm going to guess he's in here somewhere. Why can't I dimensional rift this? I suppose it doesn't really matter. We could drop it on the roof. I don't think it's going to care. Oh, can't. What about here? Is there anywhere? Why do you keep telling me I can dimensional rift if you're not actually going to let me do it, game? Yuri still has a shot. Alright, Commander's avatar, you're having difficulty with, like, your positioning. What if we move you to here? I do want Commander's avatar to move back a little bit anyway. Can you do it now? Still can't do it. Like, it will not let us drop. Oh, never mind. I can drop it there for whatever reason. Seven damage and we made one mad. Where'd the other berserker go? Because there were 2. Well, if you hit this shot, Yuri, it does kill him. You know what? I'm okay with that. Take the 65%. It's not a fantastic shot, but we don't really care, hit or miss here. And we did get the hit.
Enemies down.
Which makes Yuri implacable and untouchable, and if he moves, he's definitely going to activate a pod, so let's not do that. Brittany, you're fine right where you're at. Instagram, I guess we'll bring you over here and put you on Overwatch. My goal is when this other berserker comes running out to try and squash somebody, we can gut him with Overwatch fire, and ideally I'd also like to get him in a position where we could maybe double blade storm him. What if we have Morgan Freeman move to here, and then he's on Overwatch. Yuri, you just have your bonus move. Brittany, you can be on Overwatch, that's fine. Taylor Swift, we bring you up here right next to Morgan Freeman. We put you also on Overwatch.
I'm on it.
And then we've got like some blade storm protection. If this guy comes at us, he's getting Overwatched like 8 times and then also shot to pieces. And maybe chopped up a little. Look at the lightning reflexes on me, Sylvester Stallone. The University of Phoenix on. Oh, he saw the ray shoot and panicked. He has lost his shit, but it doesn't matter because the panic was short-lived. Thanks to the combination of Kim Kardashian's devastating good looks and also devastating weapons fire, and the patented, or rather patent-pending, HGH product from the University of Phoenix online. Phoenix HGH, Rise HGH, Pete. Get yours today, wherever fine pharmaceuticals are sold. So what do we want to do to these guys, then? I mean, we just killed that pod on their turn. What are the chances there's something else behind these? Basically 100%. Brittany, once again, I'm going to call on you to go look at the backdrop here and see what else is in the neighborhood. It can't be this easy. Yeah, see, we knew it wasn't going to be that easy. So if we come rushing in on these Archons, because I really kind of want to come rushing in on these Archons, but if we do, are we going to activate a second pod? I mean, we're going to activate this pod for sure. No, because we can't even see those guys. If we can't see them from here, they can't see us, which means they're not going to activate. And nowhere along that run does it say we can see him. So, Yuri? We have been sword-wielding badass on the entire mission, and I honestly feel like if someone gets to remain in badass territory, Pete, it should be Yuri Novak. Send me in, bro. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Yuri comes in, gives that man the dash, and then we're going to get double that damage when these guys scamper and we Bladestorm them both. Feel free to take your activation move and get pooped on. So, wrecked, and yeah, Yuri is untouchable and implacable. That guy's in a world of hurt. Yuri, let's back you up a titch just in case that pod down the street decides they want to make a move on us. Sylvester, anywhere you can see that guy is probably going to be sufficient. That's right. It's like, you know what they say when you're playing poker. All you need is a chip and a chair. And when you, Sylvester Stallone, all you need is a bullet and some HGH. And, you know, like a little bit of time down at the park targeting range to practice those shots, because that one was not good. Time at the range, you know, is also a critical factor of success. Well, we could send Tay in. We've got plenty of options here. Commander's Avatar, you could probably kill him. I would love to have you mind control that gatekeeper. That'd be great. Would be what is known in the industry as a coup, in fact. What if we instead have Kim Kardashian just come over here and kill this Archon? 97% chance. Kim did not put him in the dirt. She put him near the dirt, not in it. Taylor Swift, you have our Arashi. All right, well, let's have you finish him off. Whatever you say. Arashi's got a little guaranteed damage action working for us. Even if this shot misses, it kills. It's definitely not a miss, though. The Crimson-Lipped Goddess of Death does not routinely miss. Tay-Tay's gone implacable. We don't really need her to move. Morgan Freeman, we're just going to bring her around here. Our only goal at the end of this is really to make sure everybody's in cover if possible. Morgan Freeman, didn't I put you on Overwatch? I put you on Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Let's see what this gatekeeper and his band of brothers decides to do. They didn't move at all. Well then. We could slip up on them and detonate their asses with the Claymore. I like that approach, but honestly, I kind of want to save my Claymore for the final room. Kim Kardashian can get all the way up here without being spotted. Interesting. Hey, doesn't somebody have a Shred Storm cannon on him? Yuri, you got a Shred Storm cannon, right? Well, how close can we get? Can we slip up around this right side without being seen at all? Also, how far does the Shred Storm cannon go? That may be, like, really far. Are any of those barrels potentially explosive? That's our only other question. If one of these barrels can be exploded, we would prefer to explode it. Do we have a target for remote start? We do not. So none of the barrels are explosive. You see, if we've got the opportunity to explode a barrel, we should explode it. I really don't think we're going to get more utility out of this Shred Storm cannon anywhere later on the mission than we're going to get right now. Let's have Yuri go ahead and launch it. This will wreck their armor. It's also pretty solid aggregate damage. That should trigger the pod. Here they come. You want some of me, Perfidious Pete? Well, you gonna get it, because I'm Kobe Bryant, and you don't have a choice. And I don't feel good about being me today. I really don't. Alright, we can silent killer one of these Vipers. We're not gonna get anything more useful out of Britney Spears. Let's just... There we go. You know, the blood trail ability, I may have been underestimating for the entire playthrough, now that I think about it. I always kind of was disdainful of blood trail. Turns out it may ultimately be something of a signature ability. So we could have Tay-Tay run up here. The gatekeeper's already active. We have Taylor run up here. Do we want to use our... I was thinking about using our axe, our free axe shot. But I don't think we're going to need it. Never mind, that's a terrible chance to hit. I was expecting that to be considerably better. What we could do instead, let's have Taylor come up here, kill this Viper. She'll go implacable and untouchable. What are we going to do about that gatekeeper? Don't worry, I've got plans for that gatekeeper. Taylor has a move action available and also is invulnerable to weapons fire. It's the invulnerability part that's important. Sylvester Stallone, we're going to bring you up here. You cannot see the gatekeeper, though. Alright, here's what you're going to do then. Use your second action to give Taylor Swift an advanced teamwork shot. And Tay-Tay, you're going to dual strike. We're going to dual strike the gatekeeper. Why can't we hit the gatekeeper? What is going on with this gatekeeper, though? For whatever reason, the gatekeeper is surprisingly invisible. Can we see it from here? We can see it from here. Alright, we'll take your implacable move and shift over here. And then I would like you to dual strike. We can't dual strike it because Sylvester Stallone can't see it. That's the explanation. It's like you can't use a dual strike here because Stallone doesn't have a shot. I don't like it, but it does make sense. Alright, Morgan, Kratos, Freeman, where can you grapple to? You gotta be shitting me, though. That's the only place you can grapple. Alright, then. No need to grapple.
I'm coming for you.
Give me the RNG. Give me that run and gun. We're gonna move you to here.
Will do.
We're on the run and gun. What about the rapid fire? Yeah, we got it. Double 37. Why is this guy utterly unhittable, though? What if we frost him? 40% is tragically bad. Alright, well, this one's going to have to be on the commander's avatar, which is not going to be able to get vision on the gatekeeper. There's something really wacky going on with the fact that this gatekeeper is friggin' invisible to everyone. How is it invisible? Or is it immune to mind? No. I can't shoot it either. How are you unshootable? There is nothing here which should be making you not shootable. You should be highly shootable, sir. I'm kind of furious. We are not going to get that gatekeeper. So, since we're not going to get the gatekeeper, what we need to do is we need to kill everything that isn't the gatekeeper. Give me the rapid fire. Great work, Morgan Freeman. You're missing some fantastic shots here. Yeah, what I really needed for you to do was go untouchable and implacable, and now you are neither of those things. That's extraordinarily bad. The commander's avatar cannot hit the gate. This hits the gatekeeper somehow. So that gatekeeper is very clearly not where the game thinks it is. At all. Or even close. Well, in the interest of giving that man another target, I'm going to mind control the Archon, even though I don't want to. This is in the interest of giving the gatekeeper a subsequent target. Although really probably all we've done is just ensured that Taylor Swift catches a gate to the face, in all likelihood. So Tay-Tay, nope. Nope. Throw the axe. 6 damage, the armor stopped a lot of it. And then we're going to go for the rapid fire has very poor chance to hit here. Double 44s. That's actually terrible. We could run and gun and try to get closer, but I don't know if it's going to get much better. What's a single shot? A single shot is also not enough damage. It's not even close. I mean, the rapid fire, even if we get lucky and hit twice, probably still isn't a kill. But if my choices are 156% chance to hit or 244s, I'll take the 244s. Why is no enemy on this entire mission in the tile that the game says they're in, though? That's actually screamingly frustrating.
Not a problem.
It makes it very difficult when the enemies aren't where they're supposed to be, game. Just throwing that out there. Also, Kim Kardashian is not in cover of any variety.
Overwatch.
We're about to have a very bad turn. And suddenly the gatekeeper has moved to where it should have been all along. Kim Kardashian missed, but still got 1 damage through thanks to her weapon, and Morgan Freeman's going to get shot in the spine. Never mind, I don't know what that is. Yeah, but that was Morgan Freeman, and Taylor Swift is the one who screamed. What the hell's going on? Also, great work with the knife, Morgan Freeman. Your capacity for missing continues to be just unheard of. What the hell happened here? Some stuff is extraordinarily broken. Also, Morgan Freeman, you had a garbage fire of a turn. We can't have you standing next to this gatekeeper. That's untenable. So rather than do that, let's have you miss the Archon, I'm gonna guess. Oh, but you did fail to kill it. Perfectly done. Well, Morgan Freeman, I guess you're gonna take some more damage here. Brilliant work, by the way, with the giant whiff and the failure to kill. We should have just moved Morgan Freeman. Don't try and pin that on Morgan Freeman, Pete. That was very clearly your fuck up. And you're right, it was. That was my bad. My bad, Morgan Freeman. I'm blaming you for something for which you're definitely not responsible. 82% chance at the Archon, 77 at that Archon, 62 at the Gatekeeper, which is just terrible.
Finally.
I like to feel we wouldn't be in this position, however, if the game was simply working right and putting the enemy models in the tiles that those models are actually supposed to be in. You guys are doing great work with the shooting and whatnot, by the way. Just fantastic all-around performances from really everyone. You guys are doing, I mean, brilliant, brilliant work here.
Absolutely.
Lights out performances all around. Fantastic effort. Taylor Swift, I don't suppose you could kill that thing?
Well, how about that?
Yeah, how about that? How about that pile of shit? Also, Morgan Freeman took 5 more damage. We're gonna patch him up. We'll get Morgan Freeman a little bit of patch here. They did add a loading screen into this so that you can't bring mind-controlled enemies into the final room. But we're gonna wrap this one up. Final room will happen next time. Final mission.
This entire facility submerged beneath our ocean.
Fantastic observational skills, by the way, Dr. Tigan. You just now noticed that. We've been in here for roughly an hour, and you just finally figured out that we're underwater, huh? Okay. Hey, Ethereal, could you speak up a little bit? I'm not catching. No? Audio mix is a little off. Maybe? Talk to your sound guy. See if he can maybe adjust that a little bit.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
We'll take a quick turn here. Get everybody patched up, back in full fighting shape. All the bullets, all the guns, everybody back reloaded and ready to work.
Locked and loaded.
I like to point out, yeah, Pete, I think it's killing time. We're gonna basically poop on his last room. I mean, this is just the way it's gonna go. Somebody is due to get pooped on, and that person is this room. Morgan Kratos Freeman gonna get patched up here. Don't worry, Morgan. I had Kim slip a little bit of my patented Rise HGH substance into the analgesic spray in the robot there, so I can assure you, you're gonna be feeling better than ever in no time at all. Rise HGH, available wherever fine pharmaceuticals are sold. Consult your physician and ask if Rise HGH is right for you. Hey, Mr. Ethereal, do you mind here? Sylvester Stallone, you know, got work to do. Got some marketing agreements that I have to adhere to, and the contract specifically states that I'm required to mention Rise HGH no fewer than 2 times per episode. If you hadn't killed him? I'm assuming Bradford would trust you a little more if you hadn't killed him. But the fact that you killed him and he's a ghost probably makes him a little distrustful. Would me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the conclusion of our campaign, and Sylvester Stallone mentioned Rise HGH a minimum of 2 more times, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of XCOM every single day right now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.